Okay. Hey everybody, I'm Yvonne Williams with Back to Earth Creations, and it's Randy's birthday. I think he's 32?
32nd, yes.
Yeah, it's his 32nd birthday. So we're super excited, and he just got the notification that I went live. I'm going to make sure that my sound and everything is turned off so it's not blowing up in y'all's ears. Hey Liz, hey Gwen, hey Sabrina, hey Jody. Oh, how you guys doing? Sorry, I tried to do my hair differently today, and I don't like it. It's tickling me. It looked pretty, but then I was like, ugh, stop touching my hair. Hey, Agate. Sandy says a very happy birthday, Randy. He's also moderating for us. This is the birthday boy. Ah. We are staying home today for his birthday. Because we gotta make polymer clay. Do it, Randy?
What I wanted.
It is what he wanted. We got like glitter and stuff epoxied to me. So far, what did I just throw? Okay. In the land of Randy Vaughn, we have been hanging out with our super cool niece, Maddie, and just having adventures. Ouch. But I gotta make a whole bunch more polymer clay cabochons. So we'll be doing that.
Everybody.
Ah! I'm so excited that it's his birthday. Just because I like him. I don't know. I'm always excited for Randy, though, I think. What?
It's just, okay.
Okay.
I'm just so excited for him. Why? Because it's Randy.
Sandy asks, what kind of cake does he get? Well, he broke into his cake last night.
Hey, it was past midnight.
It was technically his
my
birthday.
birthday.
And I made him a berry bottom cheesecake, which is like, he likes a very lemony cheesecake, so I made him like a lemon cheesecake with fresh blueberries on the bottom, and then I cut up strawberries, both from the garden and the store, because I didn't have, I keep eating all of them from the garden. But on top, and we ate some last night, so it was very good. And then tomorrow we're going to the aquarium in Springfield. Birthday cobbler. Sandy says, a man after my own heart. It's good stuff. It's his older sister's recipe, so, well, probably very much modified. It was her cheesecake recipe. I made it berry bottom. Okay.
Like your
Ooh, coffee's ready. It's not terrible. It's good coffee. Hey, Patricia. Ooh, and I want to show you guys, in celebration of Randy's birthday, kind of. Don't get too excited though, because this is in no way. Oh gosh, it's just I should have done something nicer for your birthday giveaway. Y'all will understand in a minute. To celebrate Randy's birthday. Here's all of these cabochons that came out wrong. I'm going to give all of these away to one of you.
Here's all the defective things.
Here's all the defective cabochons. Well, because they're going to take a little bit of work. So, like, some filing and sanding and stuff. Some of them, like, pieces have chipped off. But with a little bit of work, they can be super, very ultra good. But I was like, I could do it. Or I could just give them away and one of y'all can do it. So, if you are interested in winning these cabochons that I'm about to show you once I get the camera flipped around, just leave a comment on this video after the live stream is over. In like an hour.
We get your junk.
Yay! Happy birthday, Randy! Well, honestly, it is a little bit of a birthday present to him because now he doesn't have to fix them. But, and there's our lamp dog. So all of these are going out to one of y'all. So you can see some of them, it's like on this one, the resin just pulled away from the bottom and I didn't feel like re-resining it. This one had some flashing.
I can fix that.
Okay. Well, Randy, he's taking away y'all's giveaway. And then this one, like the bottom broke off a little bit, which we could like file that down and stuff. But yeah, so I was like, well, I could do this one. This one doesn't actually have anything wrong with it. You get one nice one. it pulled away like just a little bit down here at the bottom edge. But yeah, so these are what we're giving away on Thursday. So leave a comment on this video after the live stream is over, and I'll ship them out to you. But I didn't want to like. So, oh, you fixed it? Well, I'm still gonna give them this one.
What?
What?
They get 2 nice things for my birthday?
Yeah, they get 2 nice things for their birthday, and the rest of it's garbage. No, it's they don't take a ton of work. Like they're not like broken, but they're something that's like if ever you get a cabochon like this in your craft along kits or on Patreon or Etsy, contact me.
Specify what you're talking about, because everyone will be like, I got ones just like that.
Yeah, well, if you ever get ones that the resin doesn't come all the way over to the edge, or there's a part of it that's like not perfect, like just shoot me a picture so I can see what it is, and then I will send you a replacement, because I quality control. These ones didn't make the cut, so but they're plenty good to give away. Hey Nina. Well, thanks. Ooh. Hey Beth. Okay. Flipping this back around. So
are you giving those away today, or are those giving away Thursday?
Those will be given away on Thursday, because I don't think I had people comment on Thursday's live stream. I cannot remember though. I've slept since then.
Pretty sure not.
Season right on. Yeah, they were gonna be for pendants. I'm actually making more of them as we speak. But they were gonna be just unset cabochons for in the craft along kits. So, Tracy says to give you a big kiss from all of us. So come here, I gotta give you a big kiss.
No possessed kisses.
No, come here, I gotta give you the biggest strawberry kiss.
No.
Come here.
Like a cat in a bathtub. No.
Kissy.
What you know?
Okay, now can I have a kiss?
The lamp is watching.
I know. Happy birthday, baby. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I don't know why I'm like this. I mean, not sorry enough to stop, clearly.
That's poor lamp.
Okay, so I'm smushing out some scrap clay. I'm the whole live stream, I promise, is not gonna be just reading the comments and giggling without. I don't know. I could do a whole live stream of just me vacant-eyed giggling at you guys. Nicole says, I almost thought I'd missed the live stream. I was busy watching some of your other vids and the live stream time didn't come through. Oh no! Yeah, he should be in the last 2 days of wearing his lampshade because his back's getting better. We'll see though. Every time we take it off of him to give him a little break, he goes straight back to chewing on his butt cheeks. So, well, it's not his butt cheeks. It's like, you can see his boo-boo, like, right here.
You know how we do.
Cone of shame. Okay, and so the scrap clay rolls out pretty nice. But I'm going to be splicing it in with some fresh bricks. Do you work with resin? I'm about to start doing resin geodes and I'm a bit nervous. I do work with resin, Mary, but I feel very, even though I've been working with it for over a year now, I still feel very noobish at it. Like there's only a couple of different things that I do with it, but I do a lot of those couple different things. Like one of the main things that we do is Craftroom tour time, is dome cabochons. So you can see here, these are all the cabochons that we make out of polymer clay and then dome with resin. That way it has a super shiny surface. And you can actually see, yeah, that's what the not broken ones look like. All these bins on the back end of the table are full of completed cabochons. And then we also have, let me sneak back here into this creepy dark room. I'm actually going to do another bit of resin while I hang out with y'all. Because we're currently working on a custom order for Aerodani Studios, the good friends of ours that make the best prosthetic elf ears in the whole wide world, and I stand by that super way lots much. But we cast horns. You can see I have some. After they're set up, I leave them set and curing, like after the resin's set, just to make sure that they don't stick together. And I filled this up. I need to put a little bit more on the top tray. Amy says, "Where's my child?" Hey, Maddie. She's upstairs doing yoga. She's a complete and total yoga fiend. Like, we did yoga like 2 or 3 times yesterday. It was amazing. That's hilarious though. Where's my child? Everybody say hey to Amy McCurdy. That is my sister-in-law, and she's one of the coolest people and has raised the coolest person as her daughter. Cosplay Noob says a bunch of our LARP group have ears from them.
Your mama says, where's my child?
She's yeah, proof that okay, we have to show our hostage. This is Maddie. She's our niece that we kidnapped from Tennessee. Say, yeah.
I didn't kidnap.
What?
I've not been kidnapped.
She's been kidnapped. Don't listen to her. Stockholm Syndrome has set in already. But no, we've been playing D&D, and I don't know, have you been having fun? Interview time.
Mm.
Have you been having fun?
Yeah.
Say yes. We have been having a lot of fun. So they say nice shirt. That is a cool shirt.
Yes, thank you.
Are you happy, Amy? We haven't buried her in the backyard or shaved her head or set her on fire. Almost. That one time.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna set this. I gotta focus and get back to work. Thank you, Maddie. She's super cool, you guys. I know, right? Okay, so horns. And so what we do with a lot of the resin that we use. Do what?
Amy said I figured she'd have dreads by now.
No, I figured I wasn't gonna. Her hair is super thick. I don't think she needs dreads. I don't know. Am I allowed to put dreads in her hair? This will be a little Rastafarian. Carol asks, what video editing software do you recommend? I really like Wondershare by Filmora. It does everything that we need it to. Oh. But no, what's more beyond Maddie being just drop dead gorgeous is she's an amazing person too, you guys. Like, very, like, once in a century to somebody of that caliber of person. How do you put dreads in your hair? I just braid in wool extensions that we make. Do what, Randy?
No.
I thought you'd asked a question.
No.
Right on. Here, I'm going to lower this down and get another lamp plugged in so that you guys can see what's going on. What mold making material do you recommend? I use a Umu 30. It's the... Is it the tin-based one? I don't know. Let me grab the thingy. Super high-tech terminology. Because I've used a couple here lately. Yeah, it's Umu 30, the tin cure silicone rubber. I guess I'll just bring it over so you can see.
Were you literally talking to them in a different room?
Yep.
Okay.
Just know that it's nothing personal against you, Randy. I do it to everybody. Okay, so I use the Umu 30 to make the silicone molds. I'd used a different one. I've used a couple of different ones. All of them have been Umu though, and I really liked them. We've been having a blast, Christy. Last night we played some Pathfinder, and on the way back from picking her up, it was like a 5 or 6 hour drive home. We played just like no character sheets, nothing, just introductory fate system, like just D&D without the table on the drive home, and that was a ton of fun. She's a little murder hobo. Which I can completely relate to. I'm a full-on murder hobo.
Like, oh look, goblin.
Poor Stinky. Or was it Smelly?
Smelly.
Brady's excellent at coming up with NPC names. Just saying. But yeah, so we fill up. I had made some. I had sculpted the first horns out of polymer clay and then cast them out of resin and like used that mold up until I had a bunch of them, and then I made a mold box out of a bunch of them. That way I can make 8 pairs at a time of one style. And so that's how these ones are looking. And so I know it's not jewelry, but it goes along with the costuming really well. And I make a bunch of these for like the spikes that come out of bracers and pauldrons and things, and headdresses and all sorts of different things. And then Randy goes through and he breaks off the flashing and sands them down on the belt sander, and then we buff them and then airbrush a little bit of color onto the base to give it like a two-toned effect, and then do a spray clear sealer, and then ship them off to Aridana Studios, where you can purchase them from them at the Ohio Ren Fair, Georgia Ren Fair, Tennessee Ren Fair, and as well as the other conventions and events that they do. But we're very happy to be working with them because they are some seriously cool cats. Okay.
Items out or make items for silicone.
Do what?
Do you make items that are made for silicone?
I'm not sure what that question means. Like, Okay. So this is
I hold on to them really well.
do what?
How do you keep them from just melting on the bottom when you send them on the belt sander?
I
hold on to them really well.
Randy. He says he just holds on to him really well. But he does have like a glove that he wears, and the resin gunks up like a little bit, but for the most part we use a large enough grit that it doesn't take a whole lot. Ooh, I like this one.
Do you sell the molds?
Not currently, but I totally could. On some of the things. Probably not the horns, just because I don't want to be undermining, Aridani's efforts.
Well, not just that, but you can only get so many uses out of them before.
Yeah.
I'd rather sell a product that's a little bit more.
Yeah, a forever product. So these are MacGuffin crystals that we make out of the scrap resin. Like whatever's left in the bottom of the cup. Whenever we're molding. But so they can look a little wonky, but I think they're a lot of fun. I love incorporating them with like with
What?
I brain farted. What's going on in there?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like this horn too. I'm gonna go in there where the party's at. But yeah, so that's some of the stuff that we do with resin. And honestly, that's basically all we do with resin, it feels like, here lately. Tracy says, how do you make those crystals? I'd actually used a real quartz crystal to make the mold. And let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in a video of, is making crystals out of real molds. You're good.
What do you mean? Out of real crystals?
What I said? Making molds out of real crystals, yeah. Sorry. Real molds. You guys want to read me more of the questions and
I
stuff?
came across a dead monarch and wanted to catch it in resin.
Ooh.
Do you have any suggestions for avoiding bubbles?
I would use UV resin, I think, because it doesn't have a cure time, so you can let the bubbles rise to the surface. Oh, that's Riley. Hey, Riley. She's spoken very highly of you so far, so Maddie's just looking at me being like, she's totally unimpressed. What was I talking about? Man, if y'all think I'm usually bubbles. Oh, in the resin. I'd use a UV resin. That way you don't have to worry about having a cure time. You can just let the bubbles rise out on their own, and then a quick hit with a heat gun, or I'd actually use like a long lighter, like a barbecue lighter, on the surface to pop those bubbles, and then you can hit it with the UV light. It gives you a little bit more control, I think. And since you're just keeping it clear, presumably, you can do just a little bit. I don't know. I kind of want to experiment with. I have that tiny Pandora, like it's almost like a nail polish. Like when they do your acrylic nails, it's almost a UV resin for that can paint on real thin, and you can like build up layers.
What is the easiest resin for beginners?
I highly recommend Art and Glow. It's not too picky about, sometimes my measurements aren't perfect because I am who I am, but it still works out really well. It has a great surface tension, so like you can dome it on stuff. Right on. Well, I was wearing with the butterfly wing penny that I don't want to like incinerate the butterfly wing. So I'm still just
disintegrate. That's what you do to the.
It's when you incinerate and integrate at the same time. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. Michelle says happy birthday, Randy.
Yeah, all right.
And hope you're having a fantabulous day. Are you having a fantabulous?
Overkill.
Hey, Midnight.
I'm having a good birthday.
I'm glad you're having a good birthday. What am I doing? I had a cup of coffee, Randy. Is it still good? It's still good. More coffee. Well, I think that had like dog fur in it though. Why does your doggy have a cone on? Because he chews on his like the base of his tail. I think it's time to give our cats their flea medication again, and he's super allergic to fleas. And Callie, our indoor-outdoor cat, keeps going out and getting fleas. So, yeah. More coffee. Okay, I'm gonna get the camera turned around so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. And we're going to have some very ASMR-y-ish. We're cranking clay today, you guys. How in the heck am I gonna get... But Randy, I'm gonna rely on you pretty heavily to read comments and stuff.
Okay.
How do I flip the camera around?
Rose says she's going to be making the wire tree pendant.
Yeah?
With her granddaughter next week.
Nice. I'd love to see pictures of what they make.
Is Ember here?
Ember?
Yeah.
I think she's still chilling out in the temple room.
No, she's right over there.
Oh, she's stomping around? Okay. So.
What was that?
That was me slapping some clay on the table.
Oh.
It's ever since we talked about the doing the how-to basic with polymer clay.
You really like that idea?
I did. I liked that idea a lot.
Is that what we were going to ask Maddie to help us with?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna have to show her some of those how-to basic videos.
No, I don't think we need to.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they're horrific.
They are.
Hey Randy.
Yeah.
I lost my tissue. Oh, I found it.
Good job.
Yep.
Good afternoon. Where do you get your clay?
I purchased my clay currently from Fire Mountain Gems. They have a really good price on these 8-ounce bricks. I'm actually gonna be moving, and we get we buy so much of it that we get their big discount.
So I would love to see more videos of you using your scrap wire pile in the drawer.
That's a really good idea. I should do that.
You should do that. Imagine that, wasting.
Glad I'm not what, Randy?
Wasting your day away.
I'm not wasting my day away. I kind of wish my chin were upside down, though. What if it makes my nose be like... Ow, ow, ow. Oh, sorry. This is quality entertainment.
What'd you do today? I made faces at people for 45 minutes.
There's worse content I could be producing.
200 people.
Okay, story time. There was this one time that, backstory to story time. I really love, chin people. It's whenever you put, just, a scarf over your nose. and you're upside down and you put like eyeballs on your chin and then you have your mouth talk and it's like if that makes sense. Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody? Okay, now that we're all on the same page, there was this one time Randy and I had just purchased our very first like camera, because this was back when we had like Nokia cell phones that like didn't take pictures and stuff. So we had purchased like a photography camera for like taking pictures of our jewelry and our cat. And we got video of I had like put scarves over Randy's face and stuff to make it be just a chin person. And we put googly eyes on his chin. And we got like 20 minutes of video of him just making like motorcycle noises with his mouth, and because he has a very expressive mouth. And then we showed it to his dad, like, well, just the high points. Like we made like a highlight reel of Randy's chin, and we showed it to his dad, and what was it your dad had said? So I'm glad you weren't wasting your day. Yeah. So yeah.
The level of you just ain't right about you is the biggest reason I love watching.
My good friend Tracy tells me I wasn't raised right, and I can't disagree, but I'm having a good time with it at least.
What is she making? A fool of herself. Can't you tell?
Who said that?
Me.
Because that's accurately not, like, I can't argue, but I also feel a little attacked. I'm not making a fool of myself. I was already this way. I'm just sharing it in a very public platform. This is fine. Everything's fine. And then there was this other time, like when Randy and I were first dating. I think, had I moved in with you, Randy?
Yes.
The driveway incident?
Yes.
Okay, so, yeah, I don't know why we were just, teenagers are weird. We were just sitting on the driveway. We had a perfectly decent air-conditioned house that we could have been inside of, but we were sitting in the driveway, as hoodlums do. And, Randy had, like, his head in my lap. And I drew with a pen, like, there and there on his chin. Like, well, you can't see, but like if this is a face and his eyeballs are here, I drew eyeballs on his chin, so he was like upside down because he had like little naked patches in his beard, and he just like made faces at me and was, I don't know, told me stories with his little upside down chin. But he was working nights at the time, and I was still going to high school.
And it was the weekend.
It was the weekend, and yeah, Laura was gonna take me to the mall. We were gonna hang out for a bit at the Grapevine Mills Mall. And so, you know, that's why yeah, I think so.
You didn't go to the Golden Triangle and didn't?
We go to Grapevine because they had like the Earthbound and yeah, all the spots that we like to hang out at. That's why we were in the driveway, is we were waiting for Laura to get there because I don't think she had picked me up at that house before. And, well, I go off to the mall and have a good time with my friend, and Randy goes to bed to go to work.
You're about to lose your
Oh, thanks, babe. Well, I don't know, Randy. I wasn't there for the rest of it. Do you want to tell what happened?
I went to bed and woke up, went to work, and had eyes on my chin. Nobody said nothing to me. It wasn't until I went to the restroom like 4 hours into my shift that I was washing my hands and looked in the mirror and went, what the? You thought it was so funny.
I still think it's funny. So, yeah. And then when Lady Gaga's Poker Face came out, was it Poker Face or Romance?
I don't know.
I don't know, but we tried shooting a music video of Chin people singing along to Lady Gaga. Yeah, nobody'd ever done a Lady Gaga parody before.
You're so original.
So, hey Sherry, today I am making more polymer clay bases. Like I kid you not, we've nonstop been just working on cabochons for like 2 weeks. We're trying really hard to get ahead. Like this is Patreon prep for Dragon. That way, because I do not want to have to do like any kind of weird shuffling or anything where we do like double crates and they don't get shipped out. I want everything to be nice and on schedule so we don't have to play catch up. Hey, I can hear you licking your armpit, Sam. Happy birthday, says J-Max. I ordered an April cabochon kit for myself. Ah, well, happy birthday. Can't wait to see what I have. I'll throw in an extra cabochon for you, J-Max, for your birthday.
His phone battery melted.
Who?
Jim.
His phone battery melted?
Yep.
What in the heck? I'm just gonna set that over there. Ah, thanks, Sherry. She says that was a kick butt Spyro headdress. Thank you. I love it. Like, I had made it back in February, and I'm just now getting around to. It was heartbreaking to lose footage, and so I'm just now getting to where I can go through and process it.
So you're just now doing the best of what you got.
Yep, I'm just now like mustered up the oomph to do the best with what I've got, as Randy puts it. And it was so nice to go back and see like the process and everything. It was like falling in love with the piece all over again. Okay. Cranking clay.
Hey.
What's up?
Did you ever get those potatoes done?
What potatoes? Oh, for baking?
Potatoes.
What?
My birthday potatoes.
Your birthday potatoes? No, because first off, I don't have my crock pot.
So they call them an excuse.
So I panicked. That is called an excuse, Randy. You ungrateful. I had promised Randy twice baked potatoes and bacon wrapped shrimp for his birthday.
I had to grill my own birthday shrimp.
He's horribly neglected, obviously. And it dawned on me, y'all. I don't know how to bake a potato in a way that doesn't make the potato be inedible at the end of the baking.
Why do I have to make them?
No, I was gonna Google it.
Oh, it's totally simple, honey.
Is it?
Yes.
How come I do it wrong every single time then?
I don't know.
I used to could bake a potato.
You are a special creature.
You're a special creature. Thank you. I'm all sweaty. Oh, well, thanks, Jose. Microwave it for 7 minutes. Our microwave isn't high enough powered to bake a potato.
Did you ever see the light up staff that I made for my mermaid costume for Halloween last year, says Sherry?
I don't know if I did. I may have, though. I don't know. I've been processing a lot of information as of late. Have you posted it to Discord? That'd be cool to see it on there.
What happens to the potatoes you bake? They become bricks.
They become like hard little angry bricks that are burnt on the outside and raw in the middle. Like, I don't know. Do I have to stab it a bunch first?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Okay.
Stab it a bunch, put it in foil, put it in
How much foil do I
a
put?
single layer.
A single layer?
Single layer
Okay.
of foil.
This is helpful. So poke some, just wash the tater, poke some holes in it with a fork, and put it on the oven racks and bake for half an hour at 425. I like crispy skins. Ooh, crispy skins would be super good.
America's Test Kitchen has a baked potato video. The
Ooh.
method involves brining within a jam that doesn't anything. Okay, cool. Okay. We pick your potatoes. You must pick your potatoes before you get many potatoes. It's cannibalism.
Do what? It's cannibalism?
That's what Riley's saying.
I'll allow it. It's Randy's birthday. If we can't do a little cannibalism, then what's the point?
Yeah, right.
Okay. And so this is just to give you all the general idea. This is what we do a bunch of all day, every day.
It sure seems that way.
It does seem that way. But I'm gonna let these guys sit here, and we're gonna go. Ah, why aren't you bending? Come on, tripod. Oh, there we go. We're gonna go wire wrap some of these cabochons over in the other room. That way we can turn the air conditioner back on. Birthday cannibalism. It's like cupcakes. The cupcakes are people.
The cupcakes are potatoes.
Ooh, potato cakes. You know, that'd be really yummy. Randy. I'm just saying. To have like little loaded mashed potato cupcakes. I'm still gonna do your twice baked potatoes, but just for future Vaughn.
Where's the birthday color?
He got a birthday cheesecake. Okay, I'm gonna grab a cabochon. I'll be right back. Hey Randy, do you mind turning the air back on in there?
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, so potato pancakes. I don't know if I've ever had that. So these are some of the cabochons that are going out in June's craft along kit. You can kind of see there's a lot of different colors and flashes and stuff happening in here. Just scooch all that stuff. This is why my craft table is never like clean. Mary says, how many cabochons are in this tub? I don't know, the carny in me is like, we should all guess, and whoever guessed the right number wins, but I don't know what the right number is. So this is 10 cabochons. So I'm gonna guess close to like 500, maybe 600 cabochons in here, hopefully. But let's get this turned around and pick one out, and then I'm gonna wire wrap it. Hey Abby, how's it going? Potato pancakes wise. I'm gonna agree with that statement, Jody. I could definitely use. Ooh. Aw. She say happy butt day? No. Thanks, Yvette. Oh, we did, gosh, I don't even know how many. I think this one's really pretty. About how many batches are in. I have a question for my son. He's painting leather with acrylic paint and he wants to know how to seal the paint so it doesn't wear off. Any advice? I actually recommend dry brushing the paint on, more like doing very, very thin layers, but a lot of them. And then I use acrylic Resin, like super sheen, satin sheen, any of those leather finishes. But it can be hard sometimes to get the acrylic to fully penetrate. So, ooh, I like this one too. And we've got this one. Oh no, and a Benadryl blur. Took a break to finish mowing and holy crap, almost the entire life. Oh no, Mandy! I really like this one actually. I think I'm gonna wire wrap this one. I don't know, because I kind of like this one too. Oh, yeah, I like this one. It almost looks like a peacock feather. Like a section of peacock feather. Ooh, a pizza ball. Why not just close your eyes and rummage for a random one? Right on. Okay, eyes are closed. Rummaging and this one. Ah, I love it. Okay, we'll wrap this one. Sorry. Huh? I know. Can you turn the air conditioner off of Eco? Please? I'm all sweaty.
Why are you sweating?
Because I'm chonky. And it's summer and this is how I live.
Why are you sweating?
Why are you sweaty? Ooh, really, midnight. Oh, right on, Riley. That helps a lot, honestly. I'm not going to lie. Because sometimes I'll think that I've got like 5 different friends and then they all turn out to be the same person. Just on different platforms with different screen names. Hey, Susan. Okay, so here I'm using some 18 gauge. I'm going to roll out about 15 inches of it. 4 more. I'm not sure yet. That's me, but they're all imaginary. Just giving that a snip. Excuse me. And then using my flat nose pliers. Hey, Jolene. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like them. Heaven says, I just scored a bag of copper wire along with a full assortment of brand new pliers and cutters. Holy crap, just 20 bucks on Facebook Marketplace. That is a really good bargain. So I'm going to grab just here in the center, offset by like an inch, and bend this way. Hey, SM Gamer, we're doing well. It is Randy's birthday. It's his butt day, he says. Fairy says I really should be tracing patterns up for my next event. It's okay to take some downtime. I'm just saying. But it's also okay to be a workaholic. You gotta find your balance. So that's the position on the back. And this is the wrap style that I really recommend to folks. The corner says, Vaughn, I brought some black Cernit polymer clay because it was cheap. Not sure about quality yet. Have you ever tried it before? I've been pretty happy with Cernit in the past. If I'm remembering correctly, it's a German brand, isn't it? But I don't use it a lot because we often don't have it here at our local craft stores. And shipping can get kind of expensive on clay when you buy a bunch of it. So I try to... if I can get it in person and not have to pay shipping, then I will do that. Okay, so now this gives us a little cage that just holds on to either end of our cab. Just like that. And now from here, I'm going to use, these I got from Rio Grande. Well, these are actually gifted to me, but you can get them from Rio Grande. They're like the step nose pliers. Oh, wow, Fairy, that's fantastic. She said, but in 2 weeks, all of my stuffed dragons sold. Oh, the new event's in 2 weeks, so I gotta make those and bags and overdress and circlets and, oh, that's fantastic, though. Okay, so I'm gonna come in with these, and I'm just holding on here, being careful to not scratch the resin. And I'm just gripping and twisting. And so you can see that kind of squares off that frame a little bit. Oh, for Randy's birthday, everybody go subscribe to him.
No.
Yes, because you're fantastic. And I love your face.
No.
Why no?
I want it.
Why no?
I want it.
Or, more shameless promotion, you can follow him on Patreon. Give him a birthday dollar. Then I'll make him like post pictures of like his birthday cake and stuff. It's already been eaten.
I don't want to see it anymore.
Riley said advice. She says, I'm thinking of making phone cases with the fake book green stuff and resin, but I have little to no money to start with. That can be really difficult. I would recommend maybe starting with some really simple phone cases that don't cost a lot, but that you can maybe, like if you can make something that's only a couple bucks in materials and then sell it, then you can start saving that little bit of profit margin and things. But those have been really well received. I know that I've been watching a ton of videos about them on I spend way too much time scrolling through like Instagram and stuff. But also that's another thing you could do is if you don't mind setting up a camera and stuff, you can get video of you making them and post it to like TikTok or YouTube or something and share the process of how you're making them. And I know that that's really helped Randy and I's business, sharing how we make our jewelry and stuff. It is, it gives people an opportunity to fall in love with the piece. Instead of just seeing a picture of it, they can see not just how it's made, but like how it moves and all sorts of things. Mine the Corner says, I'm scared of using resin because I have shaky hands. Whenever I'm applying resin, We've actually started using those like ketchup bottles from like the dollar store, and I'll rest my hand on something and just like, use as much support as you need. Um, that way you can work around it, and just, I don't know. I have faith in you. I think you'll find a way. Your thumb looks like a big toe. I know, I janked it up hard. And then I've got my little hunchback finger that like I had smashed it with a hammer and it just isn't growing back right. There goes my career as a hand model. And what's even more off-putting is my toes look like thumbs. Scary. Troll. Yeah, right on. What's up, babe?
Where'd you get them pliers?
These ones?
Yeah.
Rio Grande. Sorry, I thought I'd answered that.
You probably did from here.
Gotcha. And so I'm going to tuck this around onto the back side. Girl, your thumbs look like thumbs. They're fine. I know. It's like my little hairless monkey hands. I'm actually going to try to, there we go, cross these. That way I can do a bit of this fanciness on the back. I got my steampunk cab and can't wait for my Parawire. Right on. Gabriel says, did you get your pasta machine on Amazon? I did. Though you can also get the Megan's brand one at, I think, Michael's. And if you can get it using like a coupon code or something, that's very nice. Like, I like doing that. Okay, so I'm wrapping this around. Mm-hmm. I actually don't think I'm going to lace that one through because I need a little bit more space. I am going to lace it through right here, though. And then just make a little curly Q right there like that. And then I'm going to make a little curly Q. And this was all done with just 18 gauge wire. Tighten that down just a little bit more. The shape on that one's a little bit wonky, but that's okay. And it's separating out a little bit right there. This is a perfect opportunity to grab, here's just some scrap 26 gauge sitting on the table. So I'm actually going to thread it through right there and whip stitch, actually. I'm going to do like a few rotations just on the one to stabilize that tail. So there's one stitch. There's two stitch. Hey, and Chili. I looked down at my drawing for 2 seconds, so I look back, there's like 50 more spirals. Right on. With practice comes progress, I'm not gonna lie. And I've been lucky enough to get in a lot of practice. But I really like spirally things. So, also, I'm gonna be shameless and announce that if you guys go to celebrate Randy's birthday and buy something on Etsy to make him work for his birthday, I'm gonna throw in free cabochons to every order. So, go buy stuff. Shameless plug over. So now I'm coming through, trying to get this loop out of the wire. There we are. And I'm just going to stabilize these two pieces to each other because I don't want anything snagging and like flopping. Yeah, no, it's generous of you guys to just be here with you're like, y'all are so generous with your time, which is irreplaceable. Like, I can make more jewelry. Y'all won't, like, we only have these days that we have, and I'm really glad that you guys spend them with me. And I know I've said this before, but y'all can't imagine how much you've changed Randy and I's life. Like, at no other point in our life would we have been able to be like, kidnap our niece for a month to hang out. Like, I wouldn't have gotten to have this time with Maddie if it weren't for you guys and her parents graciously letting us steal her. What? I didn't say kidnapping.
What? I can't hear you at all.
Okay, what'd you lay big sigh for?
Randy Williams, happy birthday.
Oh, his last name's Kennedy. We didn't get married. Because we're heathens. But yeah, so you can see we're adding just a little bit of detailing. Well, thanks, love yourself. Oh, mind, you're nice. She says, my time here is always deliciously spent. Well, thank you. Rachel says, did you and Randy have to really decide if you wanted to keep going with the crafting aspect in the beginning? I'm at a crossroads. Yeah, especially after we saw our some of our vendor friends who do like retail stuff, like they're like diamond distributors. Like when we saw, we were like, we could do that. And then we were like, we only have a car, we don't have a van, we don't have any warehouse space, we don't have the money to buy that kind of inventory. Like the nice thing about jewelry is, I kid you not, worst case scenario, you can go pick some rocks out of a river or like find some acorns on the ground.
Thank you, Tracy.
So
Thank you, Tracy.
Oh. He says thank you, Tracy. But you can pick rocks out of a river or acorns off the ground, and make jewelry out of it and sell it for a pretty decent profit margin. Because it's your art, it's the work that you put into it. Whereas with, if you buy pop figures for like $10 a piece, you've got to sell it for at least, I wouldn't sell it for less than 20 just because, like Keystone it up, like you've got to make a profit somewhere. But if somebody else buys the same pop figure for $5, then they're going to be able to undercut your product, because it's technically the same thing if they're both like a Deadpool pop figure. And it's like that's what gets difficult with retail or distributing like that is, there's a lot of competition like in the jewelry market and stuff, but there's a tremendous amount of a different kind of competition in the retail market. Like, even just as an example at Dragon Con, for our sword vendor buddies, there's a bunch of sword vendors who all get their swords from the same place, and then the distributor that sells them the swords is also set up at Dragon, and there's no way you can't beat the price of your distributor, because you're having to pay them initially. So that's when Randy and I decided, no, we're gonna work our hands to the bone, and keep doing that thing, just because, when we're competing with other jewelry artists, I still strongly feel like there's enough success to go around for everyone. But if we're at a craft show and there's other jewelry, Sparky says, Yvonne, where are my roundest pliers? Hopefully where you left them last. Well, that I squeezed it a little too hard and we got a little bit of flex in the polymer clay. So let's loosen that a bit. I forget what I was talking about, but in a business, we're all gonna have competition. It's just gonna be in different ways. But I'd rather our work be able to stand out on its uniqueness and its quality, and everything like that. So she says, "Found them, thank you." So. Amen, Abby. She says, if buyer demand is there, then people will buy your product if it's a good quality and the price matches the quality and demand of the product. Yep. I really like this end. This end is okay. I don't know. If we hold it like that. I kind of like that as the bottom. I don't know which one should be the top or bottom. But we can come in here. I'm going to add the bail right there, I think. So I'm just doing a little bit of bending to make like a little notch where the wire will be able to attach. Right on. Well, I'm glad you like it. Excuse me. Sorry, I don't mean to be like coughing in your ear. Why not do it side to side? That's a good question. That is pretty. I don't know. I've already bent it like that. So I've cut off an additional 7 or 8 inches of wire. And how are we going to do this? Do I want to loop through right here? Yes, I do. I do. Yeah, I'm gonna smush that in a bit. I think am I gonna twist this? Yeah. So you can see these polymer clay, they hold up pretty well. Like, I actually feel like I can be rougher with polymer clay than I can with like, turquoise. Or even like azurite malachite or something like that. Never hurts to experiment and see what you think you might like with something. So I'm actually going to scoop this around the back and then around the front. I'm just making it up now. Yes, I like that. Okay. And so now this is going to come up and around. And twisty, twisty.
Did you see Rachel's question?
I didn't. What was her question? Do you or have you stretched leather without damaging the material? I need to stretch something leather a teeny amount. Typically whenever I do that without damaging it, it's a veg tand that's only been sealed on like the outside. So if it's like a purse or something with like a pouch, I'll wet the inside of it and then stretch it. And I'll be careful if it's like stitched around the edging anywhere where there's like stitching. I'll be careful to not get that wet because I don't want to stretch that. I want to stretch the body of the piece. I woke up to a rough day today due to chronic pain and illness. Was feeling down until I realized you were live streaming. Right on, Elise. Well, I hope you continue to have a wonderful day. So just twisting that around. So I don't know, we just extended it up a little bit. I'm gonna bend that maybe. Yeah, just stiffen it up some. I actually really like that. It's like, wow, I did a thing. And I'm gonna offset this just enough, or try to be able to run the chain through it. Where am I not? There they are. So I've got that gripped, and now, how am I doing this? Who knows? There we are. Oh, that made it kind of weird though, didn't it? We'll just smush it and pretend like it was supposed to be that way. Cool. And now, pull a chain off. Slide that right on through. And so on pieces like this where it has a smaller bail, I will go ahead and put a chain on it, and then whenever I put the clasp and the chain extension on, it won't slide off the pendant. What's up, babe? You got a bunch of questions for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 3 o'clock as well.
Ooh, alrighty. But yeah, so there is a nice little pendant, and I'll be sure to pop this up on Etsy after the live stream is over, so y'all can be like, yay, if whoever buys it can be like, I got Randy's birthday pendant. So, and I think this will just be like, I have no idea how much to charge for this. Crap. I'll ask Randy. But yeah, let me go ahead and finish it before I start answering questions. Now, it is going to have a pretty long chain, though. So hopefully that'll be nice for whoever decides. Hopefully somebody will want to take this home. Yeah, I was thinking like 20. It'll probably be 25 after shipping. Okay, so the shortest it'll be able to be will be 17 inches. And then it will go up to, I think, like 25. Though I can extend it for whoever decides to take it home. So this is the long chain that I use. Yeah. I mean, because so much too is perceived value, you know, in a person's work. And so, I don't know. I'll ask Randy because he's much better about just being business-minded than I am. Because I'm of an inclination here lately to just give everything away for free. And he's like, nope, we still got bills. You can't do that. Okay. Well, and I have to take into consideration, I would have sold the cabochon by itself for 10. So, and then we sell our chains for 5. So that's without any of the wire wrapping. So you can see that's how, if it'll focus, that's how we do our chains. So you can hook it very short or much longer. I'm pretty pleased with that. I really like how that came out. I really love that little detail in the corner. Okay. Sure. Right on, Sherry. I think I may actually do that. All right. Getting this flipped around, and then I'm going to come in here with... Hey, can I put you guys on camera with me? Because it would make me happy.
No.
Maddie, do you want to be on camera with me? Okay. Well, okay, that's fair. I'll allow it. Okay. Sit by me. If you please. This is me, Maddie. How old are you, Maddie? 12. I was telling everybody you were 13.
Not there yet.
Not yet? That's fair. Okay. So, what do you think of it?
It's pretty.
I was going to give it to you, and then I was like, no. I said I would sell it. So, we'll make you another one. If you want. Okay, we have more questions, though. Oh, boy. How do I do this? No, I just don't remember how to get to Skype. Okay. There it is. It's loading. Right? I know, her hair is gorgeous. Okay. Okay, I answered that one. The cabs, Eliza says, are the cabs made from polymer clay, and how did you color them? They are made from polymer clay. I like to use the Primo Sculpey, and I color them using a mixture of like Lumiere Jacquard paints. And this is the kidnap victim. That's Jim. He's awesome. Lumiere paints by Jacquard and Folk Art Color Shift. Do you know the mix ratio to make turquoise out of blue and green? I do not. I'd Google it though. What sizes?
70 blue, 30 yellow.
Okay. I'd try it. The size of these cabochons, it's about a 40 by 25. In like a little bean shape. How long are your chain extensions? I order it in like super big, like 100-foot spools. What's up?
Blink twice if you need rescue.
That's hilarious. Are you trying real hard to not blink, or are you going like? Do you ever use air dry clay? I had used some air dry modeling clay and it cracked. What's your favorite thing to do?
Sleep.
That's fair.
Sleep.
What is like your second favorite thing to do?
Eat.
This is why we get along. Those are my favorite things also. What's your third favorite thing to do? Is this getting too personal?
Sit around.
Sit down.
Yeah.
Again, we get along fantastically. Right? But yeah, I get super long 100-foot spools of wire, and then I cut the extensions to be however long that the client would like. Typically, I'll do 5 to 6 inches of extender, and then we can always add more, like at the shows and stuff. But at its longest setting, this one sits about right here. So that's a pretty good length, I think, for if you're wearing it like over a shirt. But I think on that note, I think we're gonna go, and we are going to start making Randy's twice baked potatoes. 1 part blue and 2 parts green works for me to make turquoise. Right on, Tracy. That's really good to know. Sleeping and eating is all I do currently. Sometimes I do both at the same time. That's a skill. Randy, have I ever eaten in my sleep?
Yes.
Probably. Right on. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. Be sure to leave a comment on the video after the live stream is over so you can win. How many tabs is this? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 11 cabochons that they'll be winning.
Goodness.
What? It's generosity for Randy's birthday. But yeah, and be sure to check out Etsy because I'm running a business, I guess. Like, and I have to plug that because I need to make money. But we love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with us, and we will see you in Thursday's live stream.